So, you're deep in the NFT space, but you keep getting hit with those high gas fees and missing out on the drops you want? Well, fear no more. Today, I'm bringing you the ultimate guide on how to win the gas wars. So before we get into the video, I'd like to give a very special mention to @TheDigitalV on Twitter for this very insightful Twitter thread. Pray hands, #blessed. So let's cover what gas fees actually are for all the newbies in the NFT space out there. On the Ethereum blockchain, gas refers to the cost necessary to perform a transaction on the network. Miners set a price in gas based on the supply and demand of the computational resources the network needs to process your transaction. Kind of like a first come, first serve with a pay more, get it faster situation. Basically, gas is just a fee that you're paying to the miners to validate your transaction on the blockchain. So gas fees can vary drastically, and sometimes they can be very high. Trust me, my wallet knows this. Now, the reason for this is the network experiencing a high volume of transactions. So when the network gets busy, it gets really expensive to do transactions. On the Ethereum blockchain, there's a limited space of how many transactions can be included in a block. Due to supply and demand, miners are incentivized to accept transactions at the highest gas fee. Now that we've covered gas fees, let's get started on how to win the gas wars. The first thing you're gonna do is turn on advanced controls in your MetaMask wallet. This will allow you to set a maximum fee, which sets the limit of gas and how much you want to spend. So when minting an NFT, the way fees are calculated is multifaceted. You've got the base fee, which is automatically set based on network usage. And you've got the priority fee, which is set by you as a tip to the miners. All right, so you're ready to mint your first NFT. You're getting your clicking finger ready. Boom, the project releases and you hit the mint button. It's time to get that sweet NFT. The small MetaMask box in the top right will pop up displaying the total amount you will pay for the NFT and the gas fee. So next up, when you see that box, immediately hit edit. This will allow you to set the custom fees that you want to pay. Quick tip, never touch the gas limit. All right, so this is gonna get a little bit technical, so just bear with me. There are 3 ways that we're going to cover on how to get that sweet NFT you got your eyes on. Scenario 1, the first way you can try winning a gas war is by increasing the max fee. This might help, but not totally. It isn't much help due to it only increasing the base fee, but the miner tip will not increase because it's capped at the default values. In scenario 2, you can increase the priority fee. This is better than the last scenario because now we are giving the miners who are validating our transactions an incentive. However, we need to remember that the base fee and priority fee must remain at or below the max fee. If the base fee increases, then the priority fee will be automatically reduced to maintain the max fee, the limit you're willing to pay. So scenario 3, it's gonna help you win your gas war much more securely. Increasing the max and priority fees, both, will avoid the issues that we ran into earlier. If we increase both of them, we've accounted for the base fee increases, and we've offered miners an extra incentive. So now the only question we need to answer is, how do we know what to set the fees to? Yeah, if you want to figure out how much you're going to pay to win the gas war, you're going to want to head over to this resource, blocknative.com/gas-estimator. Once you're here, you're going to want to use the 99% probability setting. That's the one on the very left. This shows what you should put for your max and priority fees. All right, so that just about wraps it up. And that is how you win the gas wars. Once again, I'd like to give a huge thank you to @TheDigitalV on Twitter for providing all of these juicy details on how to win these tumultuous gas wars. Yes, I used an adjective with many syllables, but thank you @TheDigitalV. Until next time, NFT fam, have a good one and see ya.